Welcome back to Mac Talks Football, and Arsenal have lost their game against Bournemouth at the Emirates Stadium. The game ended up 2-1 win for Bournemouth, and it was abysmal. It was such a bad performance. Like I'm so pissed off. Like I don't know where to start it. I'm so fucking angry. I'm not gonna be I'm not gonna even lie because we were just appalling in that game. I mean, it was such a poor performance. Like it was. I don't really, I cannot even complete my sentences because of how angry I am at the moment. I mean, from the get-go, it felt like a Bournemouth were the home team, and we went, we were the away side, and we were the team, in mid-table, and Bournemouth were the team fighting for the Premier League title, because that's how that game went. I mean, Bournemouth were simply sensational. They came to our stadium, they took the game to us, and we just, let's be very honest, we were just so scared in that entirety of that game. I don't know what the reason is. Like our passing, our positioning, our communication, every single thing was off balance. I mean, nothing really worked for us today. The only player, if I can say, that had a good game was Declan Rice. He was the only person, in that first half, in that second half also, who was trying to, get the game flowing, trying to motivate his teammates around him. He was the one running around everywhere, making the tackles, trying to get the ball away from, move the ball forward as well. But the rest of them, like every single one of them, Martinelli touched the ball 7 times in that first half. Not only made a week, I mean, another abysmal game, another trash game. I want Madueke to succeed at the club, but performances like this, I mean, it was such a bad performance again. And Havertz at 10, I understand we don't have an option, but Havertz, I really like Havertz as a player, but again, one of those games where he really doesn't do anything. Only the best period in terms of attacking wise in the first half was Gyökeres. He made some really good runs, but he never really received the ball. I mean, it felt like we have forgotten how to play. That's how bad it is. It was just, I really don't have the words for it. I mean, it was disgusting to watch as an Arsenal fan. The way that we played, we got lucky. I understand that's a penalty. This is one of those calls when if it's given for your team, you're going to say it was a penalty. If it's given against your team, you're going to say it was not a penalty. But if you go by the book and you follow the rules that everybody wants to follow, then it was a penalty. Gyökeres slots the ball into the back of the net, and it becomes 1-0. And after the penalty, there was a time where Arsenal dominated. They came back into the game, and it looked like we started to play football. There were so many times in that game where Declan Rice had to, he had to calm his teammates up. I just don't know whether they cannot take the pressure and whatnot, and whatever is him, they are starting to hear the noises, and they are feeling the heat and stuff. But it felt like it affected them, but that's no excuse. That's your job, and this is the final stretch. This is what happens every single fucking year. That when it comes to April, when it comes to May, you start to play like this. They show the stat that April is the worst month for Arsenal under Mikel Arteta. And it has started like that. We have lost the Carabao Cup final. We got knocked out of the FA Cup. We have lost this game as well. So it's not looking really good. Second half comes in. I mean, that first 15 to 20 minutes until they did not score, I really don't think we have played as poor as that in this season. Leave this season, I don't think we haven't played that poor in the last 2 or 3 seasons. It felt like they were scared of losing the ball. David Raya making those stupid, mistakes, trying to play out from the back. When Bournemouth are pressing so fucking high, why are you trying to do that? Sometimes use your fucking on fucking brain. Not everything has to be the same thing. You can switch things up. Then he tries to play the long ball up, and maybe a couple of moves happen, but they come back again. They mess it up. They're trying to play from the back. They mess the ball up. They're not really able to hold on to tackle the player, and it's an open fucking net for Bournemouth to score the goal. Nobody is basically covering Raya. It was 2 against 1 against David Raya, and that's all because we wanted to play out from the back. I mean, sometimes please use your common sense. A manager can do until a certain point. The players themselves have to sometimes take advantage. initiative and try to do something. I mean, it pisses me off so much that we have lost this game because we were scared, because we really did not do anything. We did not create anything in that game. And in the end, when we started getting, when the fans did every single thing that they could have done, they made so much noise. They tried to push them harder to get the win, but nothing happened. We get chances in the end. Yorkshire's header, he should have, should have done better. And that chance, when he right at the end, he should have scored that. There's no excuse about it. Havertz had one chance in the first half as well. He should have scored that as well. We have missed clear-cut chances. The problem is when you are playing with the style that we play, you are going to get very few chances. Like we all know that. But when you get those chances, you need to finish them off, and we have not finished them off as well. Any other game, Havertz scored that goal, Jokic scored that goal, and we are sitting here and we're going to say it's 3-1 and happy days. But it has not happened. When you're not creating that, enough, you are going to struggle. And it has been a problem since the start of the year. We have not been creating, enough. But whenever we get the chance, what chances we are creating, we score those chances. And today it has not happened. As I said, I personally think this was the worst game of the season for me. I said after the FA Cup quarterfinal, I really don't care that much about any other trophy. For me, I want to win the Premier League. That is my dream. Like that is the thing that I want to see, to watch my club become a Premier League champions. But I said that after the Southampton game, that if we continue to play like that, I said after the Sporting game as well, if we continue to play like that, we are not going to win the Premier League. And they have, instead of getting better, they have gotten worse. I mean, it was a pathetic performance, a disgusting, disgraceful performance. And they all should be ashamed of what they have done tonight. And again, this is the thing. It's like everything is connected. I said in my prediction video, I went for a 2-1 Arsenal. I said it was going to be a tough game. I know Bournemouth are very, very good. They won at the Emirates last season as well. And the fact of the matter is, 12:30 kickoffs, never a good thing for Arsenal. If I remember, if people go and look at the set, it's going to be like 90% of the times when we play at 12:30 kickoff, we don't win that game. So I had that in my mind as well. But Arsenal were just so poor. I mean, and I don't want to take anything away from Bournemouth. I think they were really, really good. Again, 2 years in a row, he is coming and he has outclassed Arteta, if I'm being very honest with you. The way that they press, they know Arsenal are under a bit of pressure because of the title race, and the pressure is starting to get to the Arsenal players, and they took advantage of that. And Arsenal players were really, really poor, and they could smell blood, and they took advantage of that. They scored that first goal, they scored that second goal, and they defended really, really well. As I said before, it felt like they were the team challenging for the Premier League title, and we were the team in mid-table. The difference was so much. It felt like it was their home and we were the away side. They controlled the game so well. They had possession. They created chances. They could have easily had a couple of more goals, if I'm being very honest with you. If their final passes were really good. But all in all, a great performance for Bournemouth, and they now really have a good chance of qualifying for Europe. Arsenal, on the other hand, it's basically out. It's out of our hands, if I'm being very honest with you. It is going to be very, very tough. The last 6 games now have suddenly become quite nervous. The Premier League is like every single game changes direction of the league, of the points table and whatnot. After the Everton win, everybody thought we were going to win. Now we have lost it, 9 points behind ahead of them. 2 games they have. They are going to play Chelsea next week. They win Chelsea. They beat ours, and they have their game in hand is against Wolves, if I'm not against Crystal Palace. So that there goes your 9-point lead. So I really don't know what to say at the moment. It could be the game that we look back and just say, this is the reason why we did not win the Premier League title. And again, every one of those players should be ashamed of themselves, apart from Declan Rice, with the way that they played. I mean, it was abysmal. Yeah, that's for me in this video. I really don't know what else to say. Yeah, that's for me. I'll see you in the next video. Until next time, bye bye.